Good morning, everybody. It's Ann Varillo here with StampWithAnn.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Auburn, New York. Happy Friday! And guess what today is? Because it's Friday, it's a fun-filled day. Anyways, I have been crafting all this week with the Changing Leaves bundle. And I know it's out of stock right now. It's coming back in on September 2nd. But that's the bundle I've been using for my card class kit to go. So I made 3 cards, and when you make a qualifying purchase on my online store, you can get the card kit to go for free, and it includes enough supplies to make 6 cards, so that's 2 of each design. But anyways, I've been having a lot of fun with this bundle. I also did our blog hop last night with our Team Stamp It, and I used that as well, because this bundle as well, because it was the fall theme. So it goes perfect for fall, and although I'm not ready for fall yet, I need more summer. Anyways, so if you guys are watching on my YouTube channel, please make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and give me a thumbs up. And if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you follow me on Facebook. And also, always leave a comment. I love comments. So if you're watching right now live, just give me a thumbs up. And if you're watching the replay, drop me a comment. So let's get started. I'll pop you down to my craft table here. Okay, so just a couple things. Don't forget, hold on, I have to take a sip of my Coke Zero. Oh, and I am coming on live a little earlier. Normally I do 10 o'clock, but it's like 9:47. It's because I have a nail appointment, so I got to make my nail appointment. Okay, as a reminder, if you made a qualifying purchase in July, you have through the end of this month to redeem your $5 coupons. So you should have received an email from Stampin' Up! If you made that qualifying purchase, and you can use your coupons against another purchase. So don't let those $5 coupons go to waste. I hate that when that happens. So let's just quickly review the cards that we made this week. So this was the first card. Isn't this pretty? This was with the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper, and I was inspired by Patty Bennett with pattystamps.com. And I love how the embossing, I'll bring it up there a little bit closer. The embossing on this is just gorgeous. So this is a hybrid embossing folder with the dies. And on this video on Monday, I showed how to kind of line these all up and die cut this out. And then I just used a little bit of the same paper on the inside. So that was card number 1. This was the card on Wednesday that I shared. Isn't that pretty? That's also with the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper. And I used the same paper here to die cut these little leaves out. So I thought that was really pretty. It kind of just blended perfectly with this. And this is the die in the Changing Leaves dies. And then again, I just incorporated some more of the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper on the inside. Using these colors, I said it before, Wild Wheat, it's not my favorite, but I mean, it goes so well with this, so I challenge myself. Anyways, those are the first 2 cards. And this is today's card. I'm so excited. It's a fun fold. I saw this on Pinterest, and I can't remember who I saw a similar card to this. But if I find her, I'll let you know. But isn't that pretty? It's kind of just, and these are more my favorite colors. Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Summer Splash. So this is the card we're going to make today. So I'll show you the, here's the dies. These are the dies that come with it. And this is a real fun die, because this goes in the embossing folder. So that if you want to emboss and get this embossed thing, you can emboss and cut at the same time. And then this is the stamp set. So it's got some great sentiments. Very simple, but I just really love it. It reminds me a lot of the autumn leaves from last year that I was crazy about too. Okay, so we'll set this aside for now. And in your kit, you're going to get everything you need to make the cards. I can't stamp anything, but and something special for this kit, I am going to do, since the bundle is out of stock, I'm going to do a little bit of extra die cutting. So all of these pieces I'll die cut for you and emboss for you. I just can't stamp. But in your kit, you'd get this as well. This is the, what is it? Something Fancy dies. I used that for the tag. You get all these little pieces here, your embossed piece, this little tag, and these we're going to stamp on. So let's organize everything here. Actually, this goes on the inside. So since this is a fun fold, I'll show you how this works. This piece right here is 6 1/4 by 5 1/2. I scored it at 2 inches. So we're just going to go ahead and fold that in. Let me burnish the edge here. So again, 6 1/4 by 5 1/2, and you score it at 2 inches. Okay, this piece, Petunia Pop, is, let's see, this is 4 3/4 by 6 1/4, and I scored it at 3 1/2. Make sure we got that right. Yeah. So we're just going to fold this piece over. Again, that was 4 3/4, 4 3/4, not 4 1/4, 4 3/4 by 6 1/4, and then score at 3 1/2. So just want to make sure this is going to work in there. Yep. Perfect. Okay, so what I did was I embossed this panel here. Oh, I'm missing a piece. Where's my, oh no, I'm not. It's right here. Yeah. Okay, so let's kind of start putting some of this together. I don't know if you can tell, but I roughed up the edges here. I've been really into roughing up edges lately. I kind of like that texture it brings to the card. So let's go ahead, before we adhere this, just going to take my bone folder. You can do this with some scissors if you'd like to. I just use my bone folder. And I just kind of take that over there and rough these edges up a little bit. You can rough them up as much as you want. I think I did it, no, I didn't do it on the other cards. I must have done it last week. I can't remember now. So I'm just roughing these edges up a little bit. If you use your paper snips, just be careful because they're a little sharper than our bone folder, and they can cut the paper, obviously. So don't you think that, I think it looks cool. I'm really having fun with this bundle. I so wish it was in stock, but September 2nd isn't that far away, guys. Okay, so I think that's roughed up enough, and we're gonna go ahead and glue that down, but let's rough this other piece up as well. So it's Friday. Do you guys have any big plans? Are you going anywhere? Today I'm going over to my girlfriend's, sit by the pool. I have to do my blog post first. I got to get my nails done at 11. See these nails? You got to keep those nails up. And I think we're going to take the boat out on Sunday. It's supposed to be a nice weekend. The rain is over, finally. It rained almost every day since I got back from Virginia Beach. You see how that really kind of adds a lot of dimension to the paper rather than just having, you know, a flat layer. Normally I would layer twice here, but since I'm roughing up these edges, I didn't think we really needed to. I hope you guys enjoy card making as much as I do. When we went to Virginia Beach, I actually bought my crafting stuff with me. I was supposed to be taking a break from crafting, but I got so excited. Okay, do you think that's enough? Probably, maybe a little bit more on this side over here. I don't want to bend it too much. Just a little bit here. See, that's cool. All right, let's go ahead and glue these down. Did I burnish this enough here? I see somebody gave me a heart. Thank you. So I know somebody's out there watching. Yeah. Oh, I think I know what it was that I was roughing up. Now I remember. We're doing our summer splash retreat this weekend, and I did videos for all the cards there, and I used this roughed up edge technique on one of the cards, maybe two of them, can't remember. Okay, so that's that panel. Now we're just gonna adhere this one, and this is the Unbound Beauty Designer Series paper. And as a reminder, guys, there's a certain selection of Designer Series paper that is on sale, 15% off through the end of August. And actually, I think the Unbound is on sale, and the Thoughtful Journey that I used on the other cards is 15% off. So we'll just get that adhered. Okay, like so. We're not going to adhere this yet. Because I'm going to stamp on the inside. Do you see I made the inside? Let's celebrate, and then stamping. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some of our stamping done, and then we'll die cut these leaves out. Just want to make sure I'm using the right one. Okay, so for this, let's see, I don't need that yet. What colors did I use? I used Petunia Pop. You can't really tell here, but let me show you. So this is Petunia Pop, and underneath you can kind of see it, Peach Pie right there. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Petunia Pop, put our little die cut pieces away, and my Peach Pie. And what I did here was I used some blending brushes. We're going to start with the Peach Pie first. And I'm just going to get some ink on here. This is a little mini blending brush. And I'm just going to tap that ink right onto the stamp. Just want to make sure I get enough on there. That's one. And I'm going to do the same with my Petunia Pop. It's okay if it blends over. Just make sure you get it on your stamp good. I kind of like this technique. You can do something similar with your Stampin' Write markers. And I kind of flip it over to see that I've got enough ink, and there's a little bit more I just want to tap into there. So that looks pretty good, and I'm just gonna give it a huff. And then I'm gonna stamp it right down here. See, isn't that pretty? Look how pretty it comes out. I love it. So we'll set that one aside. Let me clean this stamp off. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do the inside now. I could have just left that. But we're gonna do the inside, same thing. Let's see, peach pie and petunia pop. So I'm gonna stamp it off on this. Let's get our peach pie in there. I love trying different techniques too. Just tap that down. And then all I do is kind of turn it over to see if I need to get some more ink on there. Maybe a little bit right down here. Okay, again, give it a little huff. Ha ha ha. Hopefully. And I'm gonna just kind of stamp it down, if you can see, down in the corner here of the card. There we go. We'll go ahead and clean that off. Yeah, it's going to be pretty today, 77. I'm super excited. And then while I have this out, we're going to take the Let's Celebrate sentiment, and that is from the Simply Said. So is the Birthday Wishes. Simply Said stamp set. And I'm just going to stamp this in peach pie. Kind of line this up, make sure it's straight. And we'll just go ahead and stamp it right there. There we go. Pretty. Let's celebrate. I'm going to wrap these up. Clean the stamp off. Isn't the chamois great? I've had this for years. Let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment on this tag as well. So we're gonna, since I have Petunia Pop already opened, this is the Birthday Wishes, also from the Simply Said, and I'm just gonna tap, 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 tap. I'm gonna stamp that right here, kind of in the center. Pretty. Okay, we'll wrap this one up so I don't get my fingers and all the ink. Clean off our stamp. Now I am taking another little trip. We're going to Chicago the day after Labor Day to see a baseball game, Yankee game. Gonna go to Wrigley Field. I haven't been to Wrigley Field yet. Now, one of the things I did with this this tag is I punched, this is a, what do you call these things again? Hole puncher, duh. I punched a little hole in here, and this is a smaller hole puncher. It's very tiny. So I'm just gonna punch a little hole here in, try to get it in the center. There you go. And I'll go ahead and punch these, so when you get the kit, it'll already be punched for you. You won't need to worry about punching it. Okay, so that's ready to go. This, we're just gonna go ahead and stick this right in here right now. So I get my stuff layered. Come on, glue. You can use Stampin' Seal. You guys know me. I'm a glue girl. Sometimes it's just easier to move the paper around a little bit if you don't get it lined up perfectly. So here we go. That's ready to rock and roll. I think we have one more stamp to do, yes, before we die cut. So let's go ahead and do that. So this is the big one. So this I used Peach Pie and Summer Splash. Here's our peach pie. Here's our Summer Splash. And here's a different blending brush. So we'll go ahead and start with the Summer Splash. That's going to be in the center of the leaf here. Just so much fun doing this. Yesterday, so obviously I make cards, right? But I like to send all my cards out too for people. And yesterday, one of my friend's birthday is on Sunday. So I sent her one of the cards that I made for the Summer Splash retreat, our Summer Splash retreat. I dropped that in the mail yesterday. So she'll get it by Saturday. So I'm coming in here with the peach pie now. You want to kind of work a little quickly with this because that's the reason too that I give it a huff, because it kind of dries up a little bit. Let's just add a little bit more of the Summer Splash. Okay, so I think we're good with that. Got to bring up this big one. Let me turn it over, make sure. Looks pretty good. A little bit more. I don't know, I start going crazy. Okay, I'm done. Let's give it a big huff. And we'll get that. This is so hard for me to handle. Okay, let's give that a good stamperoo. Oh, that turned out pretty. Very pretty. Okay, we'll close these up. And now we're going to die cut this. Let me clean off this other stamp before we do that though. This is a very big block for my hand. Okay, so that's clean. Just gonna set this over here. And what we have to do now is line these up to die cut them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one first. Just get that lined up. And I use my Post-it note tape just to make sure it stays straight on there. Okay, that's one. Oh, I gotta wait. And I have to bring the big guns in today. Oops. Got my cart here. See, that slipped a little. Oops. Let's make sure that stays. Well, that came apart. Let me redo it. Just want to make sure that it doesn't slip around when you're die cutting it, so you can get a clean cut. Like it just slipped. Okay. There's that one. Yeah, come on. Okay, there's that die cut. Pretty cool, right? Get all of our little scrappies off of here. And then we'll go ahead and die cut this leaf. This is the other die. And if you go back and watch my video, my YouTube video on Monday, I do show you a little trick on how to use the embossing folder with this larger die as well. So it's real easy. Okay. Just run this through. I can put this aside. And there's our second leaf. So we're all ready. Okay, so let's start putting our card together. I think it's so cute. Okay, let's go ahead. We're gonna adhere the center piece in. I just want to make sure I get it real good here. Okay. With our multi-purpose liquid glue. This is really an easy fun fold. I'll drop the measurements for you as well after my video's done, after the live. I'll put it in there. So we're just going to kind of line that up. Perfect. Make sure we get that down nice and good. Oops, I got a little ink on my thing there. Okay. And then we're going to start lining these up. Oh, you know the other thing I did with this, and I want to show you too, a little tricky. Let's just curl these leaves. Again, we're just adding a little bit more dimension to the card. So just take your bone folder and kind of just gently curl the ends of the leaves up. See how pretty that looks? We're going to do the same thing with this one. Just kind of gently curl your leaves. There we go. And I think just a little bit on this little guy. Not too much. There. Okay. So what I do is I kind of start with the larger leaf first. Then I want to kind of position my other leaf in there. Maybe get it up a little bit more. And I kind of line everything else up to see, because I'm going to come in with these after. And that's fine. Those are fine. This is going to be fine here too. And then my small one. Okay, so let's start doing that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take some glue. Yes, my glue. I use glue. And we're just going to put some glue, a little bit of glue on here. You don't have to glue the whole thing. Okay? Just a little bit on your leaves and on the back. See, I'm not using that much glue, folks, okay? Just going to fold this back over. Can I get it where I want? You don't want it hanging off too much of your top of your card, because won't fit in the envelope then. I'm just going to do that. Do the same thing with the smaller leaf. So September, for my monthly craft and create club kit, I'm going to use a really super fun Halloween stamp set That's in our online exclusives. Oh, I can't wait. This one, I want to position it up a little bit so you can still see these leaves. So we'll go like that. Just a little bit of glue. Push that down a little bit there. See, that's why I like the glue. You can reposition things a little if you need to. Okay. And lastly, we're going to use this one right about here. Make sure I get that good. Like so. Actually, I'll do it like that. My glue might be running out a little bit. See, just a couple dots. I'll make sure this is going to work here. Yep. Probably put that up a little bit more. All right, now let's finish this off with these. You can also use the fine tip glue pen if you like that better. It doesn't come out as thick as this one. So whatever you're more comfortable with. You could also use your adhesive sheets. The only thing with the adhesive sheets is, well, you could use a little smaller portion of it, I suppose. Okay, so I'm going to stick this one right over here. I love die cuts. I could remember, so I'm really going to age myself here. But when I first started stamping back in the 90s, really die cutting wasn't a thing. It was fussy cutting. If you wanted to cut things out, yeah, you were fussy cutting. That's probably why I don't like fussy cutting as much. There's some demonstrators that can fussy cut so good. Not me. Yep, I'm excited. September 4th, you can start to order from the new mini catalog. If you're my customers that ordered from me this year, you've received a catalog from me, a new mini catalog already, or you should have. Let's stick this one under here. Okay. And let's see. Should I do one here or over here? I think I'm going to put it over here. And it's got, the new mini has a lot of Christmas stamps in it. So I already ordered, I did a pre-order already. When you're a demonstrator, you can pre-order. We get about a month or so before it goes out. So we're able to pre-order. So I'm just going to stick this one right down here. Okay, we're almost done, folks. So excited. So I could put my glue away. Now I just want to take a little bit of this ribbon, the peach pie, and I'm going to feed it through that little hole. At least feed one little end through here. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I can. I think I can. There we go. Just going to flip that through. This is peach pie. What is it called? It's our bordered ribbon. And that's a pretty small hole, but that's okay. I guess I could have used my bigger one, but this is going to work just fine. And I'm going to snip these ends off like that. I might need to snip them a little. Yeah, I'm going to have to snip them more. But let's tie it first. I used some white baker's twine. I think this is on low inventory, so if you are looking to restock your baker's twine, order it now. And I'm just going to tie a little bow. You could use linen thread here too if you wanted to. Either one. See if I can tie this bow good. There we go. So I'm going to have to pull these little tails down because that bow's too big. So I'll just pull them ever so gently. Like that. Okay, now we're going to snip these because these do need to be shorter. Don't you love a good fun fold on Friday? Huh. I do, I do. September's got a lot of birthdays. Lots of my friends have September birthdays. So I always like to have a good supply of birthday cards on hand. Okay, so now what we're going to do, very simply, we're just going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to pop this greeting up on it. 1, 2, I'm going to use 4. I'm going to make sure. Yeah. Okay, we're almost done. Don't let me forget my bling though. Okay, so when you place an order, you $40, you get the card kit to make 6 cards, and I'm going to ship everything out Monday. I've already got some orders in, so I've already started cutting, prepping. So we're just going to put that right here. Isn't that just so cute? And I'll include the embellishments that I've used on here. I'll include envelopes, the inside layers, and because it's out of the die cuts are out of stock, I am going to do a lot of the die cutting. I just can't emboss. So let's see. Let's use the peach pie ones. Put one there. I think I'm going to put one right here, the little tiny one. And we'll use one more. Let's see if I can get that down good. Right there. And these are the 2024 to 2025 or 2026 in color resin dots that I used on this. So isn't that just super cute? I love these colors, guys. I love, love, love the colors. And I like how that turned out, that different technique with the blending brushes. So let me pop you back up to my, so I can say goodbye here. Let's just get up here. All right, okay. So I want you guys to have a fabulous weekend. Get some crafting in, and wherever you're at, I hope the weather is really good for you and that you enjoy your weekend. So until next week, I won't be on live, but join me next Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we'll do some crafting together. Bye, and have a fabulous weekend. See you guys.